What is up, beautiful people from all around the world? Today we're going to be looking at BoA with their newest MV, The Greatest. And I'm actually excited because this is supposed to be the queen of K-pop, and I'm wondering if this title is still there, especially when we're going to be looking at today's video. Before we start with today's video, like always, if you do enjoy the content you see, then make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to support the channel, and of course, if you have any recommendations from BoA or any other group you want me to check out, put it in the comments below, because that's the best way for me to find out. And I would just say, let's continue straight with BoA The Greatest. Alrighty, let's go. Man, I love the pink. The pink is great. What is her age actually? Does anyone know? If you do know, put it in the comments below. I'm just going to take a guess, and I'm not even going to Google it because then you know how right or how wrong I am. But I'm just going to guess 33? 35? How am I correct? Am I far from it? I don't know. It's quite scary to always guess ages. That's a lot of motorized camera movements. So what is really beautiful about the camera movements here is not that they're tracking anything in particular, but more that it's a little bit trying to move a little bit with the beat. Zoom in, zoom out, zooming slowly into that arm. Of course, this is done with a motorized arm. It's beautiful. I love those machines. And then here, for example, it bounces a little bit with the character, because the character, when you walk, you actually go up and down a little bit. You know, it just makes the movement a little bit stronger. So, by the way, this entire set reminds me a lot of Idea from Taemin. You know, that white bar where everyone is just sitting, there's other people having a drink or doing their own thing. That's what it reminds me of. Maybe I'm wrong here, but it could be the source of inspiration. I mean, hey, it is SM Entertainment. Just everything is away from the white and orange, but now it's white and pink. Cool transition. Okay, I want to stop it here for a second because it's something that's happening quite a lot throughout the entire MV, and I just want to point it out. It's something that you can like or dislike, but for me it's a little bit too much. The camera doesn't have any chill. It seems like the camera is really trying to move around as much as possible with the MV. I can say it is creative, but it also just takes a bit of the focusing for me. You know, it's hard for me to focus on one person because when the camera goes down, my eyes need to adjust and I want to look at her face, so my eyes have to look up, or vice versa when the camera is moving down. And, you know, everything is readjusting, which, you know, we have to work on that a little bit because it's a little bit too much up and down, and it's not very enticing, especially in my taste. I love the colors. I like the choreography. It's very nice to follow. But like I said, the camera is just, it's a little bit counterintuitive for what's happening on the screen at the moment, because a lot is happening there. You see that here, for example, it's very easy to understand what I mean. So my eye is focusing here. You guys see my mouse. Now I just have to double check that. Yeah, okay. So I'm focusing here. And now my eyes have to go up a little bit. It's a small movement, but a second later, you know, her head is basically moving in different directions, meaning my eyes need to also move towards that. It makes me a little bit seasick looking at it because, again, you need to readjust nonstop to the movement. There's a lot happening on the screen, and especially if you have a big monitor like mine, you really notice those movements, and it might be a little bit too much. I can imagine this will be a smaller issue on phones, but I can imagine watching this, for example, in a theater, it might be maybe a little bit too much. It's hard to say, but if I feel it here, I can already imagine it also on a much bigger screen. For example, this shot is beautiful, very smooth, easy to follow, and it's just beautiful to look at. You know, it's beautiful, it's interesting. She looks very interesting on the shot, and it doesn't give me a headache. And this is how I prefer it. Nice, smooth, and gentle shots. Nothing too hectic. I mean, you can always see that the camera is trying to zoom in a little bit by bit, you know, and then also zoom out bit by bit. Again, it's okay, but it might just be a little bit too much, you know? That's cool. For a CGI effect, that really looks cool. I love the billboards type of effect. I don't know if I ever saw that before, but it just looks fantastic. Also, very nice transition there from going from outside the building into one of the windows here. And then we end up basically seeing her already here. You can see the small little silhouette here, and that is BoA and Doom. There she is. Hold up, wait, was the camera shaking there a little bit? One sec, guys. Again, I noticed these things maybe because I have a big screen, but I need to double check this. Oh, there's a little bit of a micro vibration going on here. Just look at her head. It has a bit of a wiggle effect. Do you guys see that? Oh, that might have been a badly, I don't know. I don't know what it could be, but most likely it's just not calibrated correctly, the machine or the gimbal. I can't say, but that is the main reason to why normally you have these vibrations, because the camera is doing something where the motors are not set for, so it causes these small vibrations. I had a wedding like literally 3 days ago, and it had exactly the same issue. All of a sudden it had this, and I had to recalibrate it all from the start again. It takes a little bit of time, but interesting. It's interesting that I can pick these things up, you know, that it really makes a difference between a perfect MV to something that they should have maybe seen and maybe should have fixed. But again, maybe they just didn't see it because they are understanding that a lot of people are watching this on their phones, and you will not even notice this on smaller screen. Anything under like 20 inch, I think you won't even notice that. Even me talking about it, you might not see what I mean. That's really cool. Are they going to show that it's going to drop? I really hope so. That will be so sick. No way, they don't even show it? Oh, come on, please. I hope they still show it, but you had this entire stacked up element, you know, with glasses. It would have been so cool if they just pulled one away, let it all fall down. Man, that could have been an awesome shot, actually. Okay, they didn't show it. What a shame. So much build up to nothing. I like her tattoos, by the way, here. Very subtle, very small, but nice. Very nice. So I'll just explain what's happening basically here. You have basically one shot and basically 2 shots over each other. So it's 2 different layers. But on one of them, you can see that they're slowly masking it away with the second shot, which is basically a copy of one another, but just with a unique filter over it that causes this effect. It looks really, really well done. And also they used the laser as basically the masking point, which is just fantastic. My question now, is this world believable? Did they sell it to me? That's sick though. I can imagine that they really filmed this on a skyscraper somewhere. Somewhere in Seoul. Nice. Like, can you just imagine that you're just sleeping and all of a sudden you see all these pink and purple lights like on one of the top buildings going completely crazy? That's a lot of lights, by the way. Hold up, what were those transitions? Oh my god. Okay, we need to check this out, guys. We have to have a look. So here she's on the building. Okay. Ooh. Let's just see how perfect these transitions are. Okay. Clean. Very, very clean. Maybe too many lights. I can only imagine. How many lights do you want? Yes, all of them. Man, this could really just give someone an epileptic attack. That's how many lights there is. So much flashing. And you might be thinking, oh, come on, that shouldn't be a big problem. Actually, it is. Can you imagine if you get an epileptic attack from watching this video? I don't even think there's a warning in it. We'll have a look at the end of the video to see if one appears, but... man, those transitions are top-notch, though. Really clean. Yeah, the ending did a much better job than the beginning. They weren't going too crazy. On top of that, I see that Tokyo sign there. So this isn't actually Seoul. This is supposed to be Tokyo, I would presume. Maybe? Is this SM Town? It seems like it's Tokyo, though. They have it in the backboard here. I'll actually want to have a look at the beginning to see if there's a warning for epilepsy. No warning. You know, and you might be thinking, why do I even care? Well, the simple term is that you should always still give people a little bit of a heads up to say like, hey, there's going to be some flashing going on and it might cause an epileptic attack. It's better to be safe than sorry, and it's a little bit unconsiderable, you know, from SM Town to not include it. They might have a reason for it, but I think this is quite a silly one, especially for an international audience. This could be quite important, especially when the last shots are, where is it? This flashy. Actually, no, it's actually a little bit more. Like, this is a little bit too much, and it could cause an issue. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, guys, that is BoA with The Greatest. Now, what do I actually think of it? I actually do like the MV. I love the world that they're trying to create here. I also found out that it's in Tokyo. I like Tokyo. I like the idea of high rises. I think it's a fantastic concept, and they executed it very clean. Now, the only issue that I have is that the first half of the video just has too much hecticism when it comes to how the camera is moving. It's too much in and out, and they should actually just have reduced that a little bit, because it just takes that smoothness away, because the song itself is quite smooth still. I understand that they're trying to mimic the quick beat in the background of the song, but that shouldn't be the focus point. It just is too much for such a song. It's only 3 minutes, but it seems like I'm watching this for literally an hour. It's a little bit too much, you know, it's too impactful. They should have just turned it down a little bit. But yeah, guys, what do you actually think of today's MV? Do you enjoy The Greatest or not? If not, tell me why. If you did, tell me why as well. And like always, guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribed, and don't forget to put your recommendations down below in the comment sections, and I'll see you on the next video. I'll catch you then, guys.